Informer's reward. Question: who is an informer? Answer: an informer is any qualified person who voluntarily provides definite and sworn information, not yet in the possession of the Bureau of Internal Revenue nor of public knowledge, leading to the discovery of frauds upon the Internal Revenue laws or violations of any provision of the National Internal Revenue Code, resulting to the recovery of revenues and fees and/or conviction of the guilty party and/or imposition of any fine or penalty. Question: when can an informer's reward be given? Answer: an informer's reward is given to persons instrumental in the discovery of violations of the National Internal Revenue Code, and discovery and seizure of smuggled goods. An informer's reward is conditioned upon the payment and collection of unpaid or deficiency taxes. Fraud penalty. Question: what is fraud penalty? Answer: in case a false or fraudulent return is willfully made, a penalty of 50% of the tax or of the deficiency tax. In case any payment has been made on the basis of such return before the discovery of the falsity or fraud, shall be imposed a substantial underdeclaration of taxable sales, receipts or income, or substantial overstatement of deductions, shall constitute prima facie evidence of a false or fraudulent return. Local government taxation. Question: what is local government taxation? Answer: it is the power of the local government units to impose and collect taxes on their constituents in order to raise revenues to enable them to perform the functions for which they have been organized.
Fundamental principle. Question: what are the fundamental principles governing the exercise of taxing and other revenue-raising powers of local government units? Answer: the following fundamental principles are: taxation shall be uniform in each local government unit. Taxes, fee, charges and other impositions shall be equitable and based as far as practicable on the taxpayer's ability to pay. Be levied and collected only for public purposes. Not be unjust, excessive, oppressive, or non-confiscatory. Not be contrary to law, public policy, national economic policy, or in restraint of trade. The collection of local taxes, fees, charges and other impositions shall in no case be let to any private person. The revenue collected pursuant to the provisions of this code shall inure to the benefit of, and be subject to disposition by, the local government unit levying the tax, fee, charge or other imposition unless otherwise specified herein. And each local government unit shall, as far as practicable, evolve a progressive system of taxation.
Nature and source of taxing power. Question: what is the nature of taxing power of local government unit? Answer: the taxing power of local government unit is not inherent but a direct grant from the Constitution. Limited and has to conform to the guidelines set by Congress. Legislative and may be exercised only by local legislature or the Sangunians. Territorial and can only be exercised within the territorial jurisdiction of a local government unit. Grant of local taxing power under the Local Government Code. Question: where did the grant of local taxing power come from? Answer: under Section 129 of the Local Government Code, Each local government unit shall exercise its power to create its own sources of revenue and to levy taxes, fees, and charges subject to the provisions of the Code, consistent with the basic policy of local autonomy. Such taxes, fees, and charges shall accrue exclusively to the local government units. Authority to prescribe penalties for tax violations. Question: how are local government units authorized to prescribe penalties for tax violations? Answer: under Sections 168 and 169 of the Local Government Code, the Sanggunian may impose a surcharge not exceeding 25% of the amount if taxes, fees or charges not paid on time and interest at the rate not exceeding 2% per month of the unpaid taxes, fees or charges including surcharges, until such amount is fully paid. But in no case shall the total interest on the unpaid amount or portion exceed 36 months. Where the amount of any other revenue due a local government unit, except voluntary contributions or donations, is not paid on the date fixed in the ordinance or in the contract, or upon the occurrence of the event which has given rise to its collection, interest at the rate of 2% per month from due date until full payment, but shall not exceed 36 months, shall be paid. Authority to grant local tax exemptions. Question: how can the LGUs grant local tax exemptions? Answer: local government units may, through ordinances duly approved, grant tax exemptions, incentives, or reliefs under such terms and conditions as they may deem necessary. Withdrawal of exemptions. Question: how can local government units withdraw tax exemption privileges? Answer: tax exemptions or incentives granted to, or presently enjoyed by all persons, whether natural or juridical, including government-owned controlled corporations except water local districts, cooperatives duly registered under Republic Act 6938, non-stock and non-profit hospitals and educational institutions, were withdrawn upon the effectivity of the Local Government Code.